Picture this. A young hero stands at the mouth of a dark cave, torchlight flickering against ancient stone walls. The air carries whispers of something inhuman stirring in the depths below. This is Theseus, Prince of Athens, about to face terrors that have haunted these mountains for generations. In ancient Greece, around 1200 BCE, heroes weren't just warriors with impressive muscles. They were symbols of civilization's triumph over chaos, light conquering darkness, and human courage defeating primal fear. The Greeks believed that scattered across their rugged landscape, monsters and divine beings tested mortals who dared to venture beyond safe boundaries. Theseus had already proven himself a formidable hero. He'd cleared the dangerous road from Trojan to Athens, defeating 6 notorious bandits and monsters along the way. He'd lifted his father's sword from beneath a massive boulder, claiming his royal birthright. But his greatest challenges still lay ahead, hidden in the shadowy recesses of Greece's mountainous terrain. The cave dwellers Theseus would face weren't ordinary beasts. Ancient sources describe them as creatures born from the earth itself, twisted amalgamations of human intelligence and bestial savagery. Some scholars believe these monsters represented humanity's deepest fears about what lurks in unexplored places, beyond the comforting glow of civilization's fires. Our story begins when desperate villagers approach Theseus in Athens. For months, people have been disappearing near the sacred mountains of Attica. Shepherds vanish without trace. Travelers never reach their destinations. The only clues are strange sounds echoing from deep caves and occasional glimpses of pale, misshapen figures moving in the darkness. The villagers describe creatures that walk upright like men, but possess elongated limbs and razor-sharp claws. Their eyes glow with an unnatural light, and they communicate through haunting calls that echo through stone corridors. These beings have claimed the mountain caves as their domain, emerging only at night to hunt for human prey. Theseus listens to these accounts with growing determination. As Athens' prince, he feels responsible for protecting his people. More importantly, his heroic nature compels him to confront threats that others cannot face. He knows that true heroes don't seek glory in easy battles, but find their purpose in impossible challenges. Armed with his father's bronze sword and carrying a torch soaked in sacred oil, Theseus sets out for the mountains. The journey takes him through dense forests where ancient oaks whisper warnings in the wind. Local priests offer him protective amulets and sacred herbs, but Theseus relies primarily on his courage and skill. The cave entrance yawns before him like the mouth of some primordial beast. Stalactites hang like fangs from the ceiling, and the air grows colder with each step downward. His torch casts dancing shadows on the walls, creating illusions of movement that keep him constantly alert. As Theseus descends deeper, he notices scratch marks carved into the stone walls. These aren't random gouges, but deliberate patterns, suggesting intelligence behind the cave dwellers' actions. The scratches seem to form a primitive language, perhaps marking territory or recording the fate of previous victims. The first encounter comes without warning. A pale figure drops from the ceiling, landing silently behind Theseus. Only his warrior's instincts save him as he spins around, sword raised just in time to block razor-sharp claws aimed at his throat. The creature stands 7 feet tall with unnaturally long arms and legs. Its skin appears translucent, revealing dark veins beneath the surface. The battle is fierce, but brief. The cave dweller possesses incredible speed and agility, using the rocky terrain to its advantage. It leaps from wall to wall, striking from unexpected angles. However, Theseus's training and divine heritage give him the edge he needs. His sword finds its mark, and the creature dissolves into mist, leaving only a foul smell behind. But this is just the beginning. As Theseus ventures deeper, he realizes he's entered a vast underground network. The caves stretch for miles, connecting through narrow passages and vast chambers. Strange phosphorescent fungi provide an eerie blue-green light, revealing glimpses of movement in the shadows. The cave dwellers attack in coordinated groups, demonstrating tactical intelligence that surprises Theseus. They use the environment strategically, causing rock falls to block his retreat and herding him toward dead ends. Some creatures wield crude weapons carved from stone and bone, while others rely on their natural claws and teeth. In the deepest chamber, Theseus discovers the truth behind these monsters. Ancient Greek writers often portrayed such creatures as punishment for human hubris or manifestations of natural forces. These cave dwellers were once human, transformed by exposure to underground vapors that the Greeks believed could alter both body and mind. Centuries ago, a group of criminals and outcasts had fled to these caves to escape justice. Over generations, the strange atmosphere and isolation had changed them, stripping away their humanity while enhancing their physical capabilities. They'd become something between human and beast, retaining intelligence but losing all moral restraint. The final battle takes place in a vast underground lake. The cave dweller's leader, a creature that still retains some human features, challenges Theseus to single combat. This being speaks in broken Greek, revealing fragments of its former humanity. It tells Theseus that the surface world abandoned them, forcing them to become monsters for survival. This revelation adds moral complexity to Theseus's quest. These aren't mindless beasts, but fallen humans who chose darkness over light. The hero must decide whether they deserve destruction or redemption. In true heroic fashion, Theseus offers them a choice: abandon their predatory ways and return to the surface, or face the consequences of their actions. The leader refuses, attacking with desperate fury. The battle rages across the underground lake, with both combatants using every advantage the environment provides. Theseus ultimately prevails, but not through brute force alone. He uses his intelligence and moral clarity to outmaneuver his opponent, proving that true heroism combines physical prowess with wisdom. With their leader defeated, the remaining cave dwellers flee deeper underground, never again to threaten surface dwellers. Theseus emerges from the caves as dawn breaks over the mountains, symbolizing light's triumph over darkness. The villagers celebrate his victory, but the hero understands the deeper meaning of his adventure. This tale illustrates several key themes in Greek mythology. First, it demonstrates the hero's role as civilization's guardian against chaos and barbarism. Theseus doesn't just defeat monsters, he protects the social order that allows communities to thrive. Second, it explores the thin line between humanity and bestiality, suggesting that moral choices determine our true nature. The story also reflects ancient Greek fears about the wilderness and unknown places. Caves represented the boundary between the civilized world and primordial chaos. By conquering these spaces, heroes like Theseus expanded the realm of human safety and understanding. Modern audiences can relate to these themes through our own struggles with inner darkness and moral choices. The cave dwellers represent the potential for degradation that exists within all humans when we abandon ethical principles. Theseus's victory symbolizes the ongoing battle between our higher and lower natures. This adventure influenced countless later stories about heroes facing underground monsters, from Beowulf's battle with Grendel's mother to modern horror films set in caves. The archetype of descending into darkness to face primal terror continues to resonate with audiences across cultures and centuries. Theseus's triumph over the cave dwellers secured his reputation as one of Greece's greatest heroes, setting the stage for his most famous adventure in the labyrinth of Crete. But this earlier victory demonstrated that true heroism isn't about seeking glory, but about protecting others from forces they cannot face alone.